everybody, Jim Burns here, Quaker Boy Pro Staff and member of Strutting Obsessions. Just thought I'd throw a little video together here. We got about 2.5 weeks before our spring turkey season starts here in Virginia. The Strutting Obsession team is getting ready. Our leader Jason and Amanda, Josh, Marshall, and myself, we've all been out there doing a little scouting, taking a little listen. So we're getting ready. So hope the rest of you are too. But I thought I'd take a moment just to throw some things out, give you something to think about over the next couple weeks as it's getting closer. So I'm sure a lot of you have done scouting already. Hopefully you've run a couple shells down the pipe, make sure your shotgun's lined up where you want it to be and stuff. So if not, you still got some time, so you want to get out and do that. Something else I'll share with you. How about some fun facts on turkey? Did you all know that an adult turkey has somewhere between 5,000 and 6,000 feathers? And that is why I don't pluck turkeys anymore. Way beyond that now. Also, turkeys can run about 18 miles per hour at top end and fly 50 miles per hour. Good thing to know if you, like my spouse, will come, she'll say when I get home from hunting sometimes, did you catch anything? And I'll say, no, not quite fast enough. So keep that answer in the back of your pocket if you get that question. A couple other things you want to start thinking about is your calls, if you haven't already, checking your mouth calls, your pot calls, your box calls, etc. You heard me using the twin tilt when I came in here through the video. I had a cherry striker, so I was just playing with that to kick the video off. But I'm kind of slate and glass are my go-to in a pot call. Quaker Boy makes it nice. This is a twin tilt. I don't know if you can see it. The pot has a different depth from front to back, so you kind of get different tones across the pot itself. Which gives you a variety of, again, tones or pitches, and you only have one pot to worry about. That kind of brings me to the next tip about weight. Again, at my age in my career, weight is not fun anymore. You know, besides your shotgun and your decoys and your turkey chairs, etc., you've got enough to carry. So people will ask me a lot when I'm doing promotions or in-store type things at seminars about how many pots do I carry, how many box calls do I carry, etc. And I started really just carrying one pot. Again, I'm a slate glass kind of guy, so I'll carry the one pot, but I might carry 4 or 5 different strikers because they're certainly a lot lighter. So I've got a cherry striker here. You can have an ash and acrylic. And again, every time you go through the pot, you're going to get different tones and different pitches with each striker. And the twin tilt, again, because it has that variety in the pot depth, you get different tones there. So I could have, you know, one striker, 2 different slates or glass and slate, different depth. I've got 6, 7, 8 different tones across one pot with some different strikers. So again, makes the things a lot easier to carry. Your box calls, as you know, you've seen tips before we've done. You know, you got to chalk those if you're using those. I mean, Quaker Boy also makes some box calls that have coatings that you don't have to chalk that are nice or waterproof. But this is a tearjerker, great little box call, love it. I took it to Florida last year when Jason and I went down there, and the gobblers really hit it. This is has a purple heart lid with a mahogany box on it, so really nice call, very loud. So again, you just want to check your box calls, make sure you got them chalked up, etc. What you're doing. The other thing you want to look at, just a kind of a good tip, is your shotgun, and not just from sighting it in standpoint, but if you're like me, I've got a red dot on my shotgun, true glow dot, and of course you got a battery. I put a fresh battery in every year, but I also carry one in my vest in the field, because there's certainly nothing a little bit more frustrating when you're lined up on a big gobbler and have that dot disappear. So something to think about. Not only do you want to sight it in, make sure your aim point's right, but the battery too, on if you've got these kind of scopes. Something to, you know, again, keep in mind with that. You know, other than that, just some quick tips. Again, you want to just look at your calls, your gun, your sights, your scope if you got them. And your clothes. That's another good one. You know, at that time of season, we're going to run into ticks and chiggers. So you want to make sure you've got some good bug spray, has DEET in it. There's a variety of products out on the market now that you can pre-spray your clothes before the season. 6 weeks they'll last, sometimes up to that. 6 washings, they'll say. You can get your clothes kind of pre-sprayed, hang them so they're not against your body, and let that soak in, and that'll help. So again, that's something you really want to think about this time of year. But with that, I certainly hope, and from the Strut and Obsessions team, I'm certainly will get more videos on here. Hopefully you'll see some good ones with some good hunts on them. We'll make some turkeys eat some dust. And we're looking forward to that in another 2.5 weeks. So stay tuned. Good luck. Hope everybody has a good season. Be safe when you're out there. And knock some big ones down. Let's do it.